All right, I'm going to perform hand hygiene by sanitizing my hands. I'm going to put on my gown, making sure to not let it touch the floor and not to shake it. And I'm going to put on my sleeve. And tie the back, secure the neck. Secure the back, the waist, making sure that the backs overlap. Apply my gloves. And I'm going to make sure that my cuff of my gloves are going over the cuff of my gown. And I will be entering the residence room. Hi, Miss May. It's Christina. You're a nursing assistant today. I've been instructed to empty your urinary drainage bag. Will that be okay?
Sure, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and provide you with privacy. And I'm going to give you your call light.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm just going to go grab my supplies and my equipment, and I will begin with your drainage.
Okay.
All right, I have gathered my supplies. I have my waterproof barrier for the floor. I have my measuring device, my graduate, and then my alcohol pad to clean the drainage tube after I'm done draining the catheter bag. So here I would go ahead and place the graduate directly underneath where I will be emptying the bag. Remove it from the port, and I will slide it over to release the urine. And while I am emptying, I will be making sure that my tube, the tip of my tube, does not touch any part of the inside of the measuring graduate. Now that it is completely emptied, I'm going to go ahead and close the tube back up. I'm going to take my alcohol pad and I'm going to wipe the tip of the tube. And then I will put it back into the port. And I will take my barrier and my measuring graduate, and I will be going to measure my urine output. I have brought my graduate onto a flat surface so that I can go ahead and measure the output. And this looks like it is about 325 milliliters. And I will go ahead now and take my measuring graduate and empty the contents into the toilet. I'll be emptying my urine into the toilet, and now I will be making sure to rinse my equipment. I will empty the rinse and back into the toilet. Dry my equipment. Turn off the water. Put my equipment back where I got it from. Now that I have put my equipment back where I got them from, I'm going to go ahead and remove my gloves and my gown. I will begin by removing my gloves, and I will do this by pinching the middle of one glove, turning it inside out, taking my index finger, sliding it underneath the other glove, turning it inside out, putting it into the trash, and I will be untying my my neckties and my waist ties. I'm making sure I'm not touching anything in the front of the gown. I will remove the waist tie. And now that everything is untied, I'm going to reach inside of my gown and remove it by sliding my hand and turning the gown inside out, keeping it away from my body, rolling it inside out, and disposing of it into the proper receptacle. I will now be performing my hand washing skill. So for this, I just want to make sure I turn on the water. I also want to make sure that my body is not touching any part of the sink. I will go ahead and turn on the water to a comfortable temperature. I will start by making sure that my hands are completely wet by rinsing them under the faucet. Making sure to get at least 2 inches above my wrists. Making sure that my hands stay in a downward position so that it does not, water does not go off my arms. I'll apply soap. I will form a lather and cover all surfaces of my hands. I will make sure to do my wrist on both hands. I will interlace my fingers. I will make sure to clean each finger. And I will clean the underneath my fingernails by rubbing them against the opposite palm of the opposite hand. And I will make sure I have done this for at least 20 seconds before I go ahead and rinse my hands off. Again, you want to make sure that your hands stay facing downwards. Make sure to get at least 2 inches above the wrist. And during this process, I have made sure that my hands did not touch any part of the inside of the sink or the faucet. I have my first towel and dry from my fingertips upwards. So cleanest to driest. In between the fingers. Fingertips to wrist. In between the fingers. Now that my hands are completely dry, I will take another paper towel, turn off my water, And my hand washing skill is complete.